Hey, we've got a C6 Corvette here in the shop. It's on site for XB LED headlight installation. I think a few weeks ago or last month, we posted up a conversion that we did. So we do have a few options for this model. We can change the interior of the housings. We'll get you new lenses. We can upgrade the projectors. We also did a quad projector conversion, which improved the performance while retaining the original outer projector. So a lot of cool options for these. And with the ability also to change over to full headlight assemblies. And we'll get over that in just a moment. But this car only has 25,000 miles, but you can tell it probably sat outside at least part of its life, and the headlights are all crazed. You can polish all you want, you're not gonna remove this crazing, which is the plastic sort of breaking down, and you can see why. The headlight assembly is pretty much flat, faces the sky, and I mean, this car is in great shape, but it looks aged due to the headlight assemblies. The lighting performance should be pretty good since it only has 25,000 miles. Of course, the bulbs are a little bit worn out, but we'll do a before and after, and we'll show you what you can expect from the changeover to the factory lights to the Morimoto XB LED headlight assemblies, and we can kind of go over the features of everything for you. But this is pretty standard. It's a it's a single xenon projector. You got the additional high beam halogen running light and body matched interior housings per this model, origination in the sense of that. Aftermarket, you don't get the color matched internals. They're gonna be black, but you do gain some other features in terms of looks and lighting performance. So we'll get right into it. This is how it looks before, and I'll show you the output in just a moment. Okay, this is what the output looks like. It's actually not bad. I mean, in person, it's picking up pretty bright. I just adjusted. But in terms of optical distribution, it's decent at best. It's not super bright, but it's also not extremely dim either. I think the biggest thing is there's a lot of glare above the cutoff because of these crazed lenses, and that is certainly having an effect on what you see, but it's not bad. Let's get a quick reading. We're at 25 feet. The car will stay in the same position, about 200 and 60 lux or so. So that's pretty standard for factory xenon headlights, sort of back in the day. This model is a few generations old now, and they're still amazing cars. They're a lot of fun. They have a lot of character, but the lighting needs to come up. So we'll show you what it looks like once we're all done, and we can analyze together about how everything looks. Okay, I've got the driver's side assembly out, and we can do a direct comparison. Obviously, you'll see once it's all wrapped up, but I mean, aside from the brand new crystal clear lens, you can see it's a completely different design. You got a single bi-LED projector in here. It'll act as high and low beam. These have two separate projectors. One is HID, one is halogen. Yes, you deviate from the factory look. However, you get that upgraded look that is found on the future generation. So I think it's pretty awesome. You got the daytime running light, you got the turn signal, and the gloss black housing. So we'll show you how all this looks once it's installed, but these look absolutely gorgeous, and they have a lot going for them. Okay, I've got everything installed. You have a daytime running light fuse, that fuse tap that runs to the fuse box that's right over here. Super easy to plug in. Ran it down under the fender and across under the bumper. Besides that, the lights are plug and play. There is an option to run the sequential or non-sequential mode for the turn signals. I'll show you what the customer decided in just a moment. But if you're watching this video, you probably like the way the Morimotos look. You just want to see them on the vehicle. In this case, we're working on a silver one, so they really pop. I think on any light color, they're going to offer contrast. And it might make you think, change up the wheels, do something different. I really like the way this one came out. I think it looks a lot more aggressive. And especially when the lights are on, just looks a lot better in terms of the output and the features that we get from these lights. So again, daytime running light and parking light. Anytime the car is on, you're gonna get the daytime running light, and then it dims for parking light mode, and then the turn signal, which I'll feature in just a second. You know, it's a little bit of a pain to install. I mean, you're looking at about 2 hours. You gotta drop the bumper cover, make sure the lights are aligned, everything is set up properly. However, it is something that you can do on jack stands. I didn't actually put this on the lift. Yeah, everything worked out nice. Just takes a moment to set up. Unfortunately, they don't just slide in and out like they do on a Porsche, but yeah, nothing too unusual about this model. It does get seated inside the fender, so yeah, there's a lot of little delicate things to kind of work around in this area. However, it's not difficult, it's just a little tedious. All right, this is what the daytime, actually this is the parking light mode. The daytime running light is brighter. The vehicle, I think it needs to be on to show you that, so I'm not going to show you that, but all the Morimoto daytime running lights are truly daytime running light bright, which means you can see them during the day. They're not just weak parking lights like most aftermarket manufacturers use. We're in a very bright shop in here, and they're shining bright, and this is just the parking light mode. This is the dimmer mode, essentially, for the LED strip. But they give you a really modern look, and it looks awesome. It's a nice facelift. This is what the turn signal looks like. You can make it so the whole thing lights up in just one mode, but this is what's called the sequential mode. It's more of a modern look. You're gonna see a lot of cars these days, they have like a flow or a sequential movement to the turn signal assemblies, because most turn signal assemblies these days are LED. A lot of them on taillights, you see them on new BMWs, new Audi, new Mercedes. It is a feature that is coming to other makes and models. So that is your turn signal. And again, that can be made to be a standard turn signal where this whole thing lights up. That flickering is from the camera mode. It's just the refresh rate on the video settings on my phone, so don't worry about that. It doesn't actually flicker, but that's the turn signal mode. And finally, this is what we all came here for, right? I mean, besides the looks and getting fresh lenses, headlights have an important purpose, and we need to make sure that they perform. We need to make sure they can be aligned. The beams are straight, everything is good. And in this case, everything worked out beautifully. This is what it looks like when the parking lights and the low beams are on. Obviously, stock assembly had that amber kind of running light to the side. This kind of reconfigures the way it looks, which is really cool. And that's the whole point of the kind of the facelift look. But I'll show you the output and we can take a look at how things looked before, kind of cross compare. All right, the lens is fresh, so obviously you don't see all that degradation in the stock one. Brand new lenses, we recommend paint protection film on the headlight lenses. But this is what the output looks like. It's nice and crisp. I've got it dialed in. It's much brighter than the original one. It's a single projector, so it's bi-LED. And it came out really nice overall. I will get a reading for you, and we can decide how everything looks. All right, so we'll take a lux reading like we did before. You take it right at the hot spot. So we're hitting about 650 lux, and you remember what we started with. I believe it was 250 or 300 or something like that. So we're a few times brighter than the original lights. And about the same on this one, that's 650. So that's really solid. You make more than double the lighting performance, and you get an updated facelift. I believe you get some additional width. It's hard to tell right here. But yeah, these came out really nice. Let us know what you think. And if you need a set, reach out to us. We offer special pricing. You can reach out to us and we can help you out on a set of these. And these are stocked in distribution centers across the United States, so you get them really quick, even if you're not local to New Jersey. So thanks again, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Look forward to seeing you.